I'm going to read this letter to you.
Hi YouTubers, this is another video from your friendly neighborhood reviewer, Evelyn. So today we're going to be reviewing the latter part of the K-drama series slash murder mystery, I guess, or conspiracy, Big Mouth, or known in its real name, Big Mouth. So we finally gets revealed what Big Mouth is. And it's basically a corporation of people in which was revealed to Park Chang-ho that the mysterious bookkeeper fortune-telling guy in the prison, apparently he's Big Mouth. And we find out that Park Chang-ho, his decision to take out the mayor's offer was separate to Big Mouth's intention. And the fortune teller guy goes and tells Park Chang-ho that they were going to allow him just to, die in the hands of the mayor, but somebody told Big Mouth or the people within the organization that Park Chang-ho needs to be saved. And the only way apparently they can do that is to turn Park Chang-ho into Big Mouth, which was, when I found that out, I was like, so ultimately it is Park Chang-ho's fault for taking up such a decision. But we will see from episode 1 to now episode 14 the evolution of Park Chang-ho from being a second-rate or third-rate lawyer with no good prospects to now him becoming much more powerful than Big Mouth in terms of his thinking capacity and the way Park Chang-ho has changed that personality. The actor Lee Jong-suk, he's incredible at switching it on to normal guy to psycho in one instant. So we get revealed that Jerry got taken into the organization, and that when Park Chang-ho gets taken to meet the other organization members, he finds out that another member is somebody close to him within Big Mouth's organization. But before that, as Park Chang-ho has managed to get himself released from jail, as well as Big Mouth, you're thinking all mysteries will be solved. So he goes and leaves Big Mouth, the fortune teller guy, in his restaurant, and as he's coming out, we see that the fortune teller guy opens up, I think was the fryer in his restaurant, and then boom! It explodes. That was the end of episode 13, and then I was thinking, Jesus Christ, what's going on? And then by that was end of episode 12, from 13 to 14, Park Chang-ho finds out what the organization of Big Mouth is. So he goes to the meeting he gets sent a text, I think it was a text or something, or Jerry comes to him, I can't remember which order it is. And then when he goes to the cathedral, he sees the warden who is released on bail, and then he sees other prominent members inside a church sitting far apart from each other. We can see army people, police people, even women, types of politicians. So we can see the organization has a lot of people in different places within the government. So as Park Chang-ho is there with Jerry explains in Big Mouth's corporation there's 3 people. From my understanding, similar to a mafia, you have the boss, the underboss, and then the third person that kind of does controlling other people, the third person. So the fortune teller guy was the first person, and then it was later revealed that the second person is Park Chang-ho's good friend and also part of the team with Miho and her dad of trying to prove Park Chang-ho's innocence, Son-tae. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this guy's right. And the shock on Park Chang-ho's face, and my shock as well, that he was the second in charge of helping Big Mouth. So, as everybody's there paying their respects to virtually an empty coffin, or maybe a frameless photo of Big Mouth, as he's officially now Crispy, the guy, because there's a scene where Park Chang-ho is next to the guy's body who was Big Mouth, and the guy is nice and crispy. They show that you only see his burnt up feet. So everybody's paying their respects, and then Son-tae goes and reveals himself, and then Park Chang-ho's there, and then suddenly a video footage of the guy previously that was known as Big Mouth goes and says that the organization that they've created can no longer coexist in this way, as the world basically knows who they are. So he says if anything were to happen to him, he's giving the title of Big Mouth to Park Chang-ho. And that leaves the whole room shocked. I was thinking, what a mic drop, what a coincidence. And while Park Chang-ho is what the hell's going on here? So, of course, the warden is not taking any of this. He's like, you know, who shot this video? For all we know, he tells the other people it could be Park Chang-ho that went and filmed the video of this guy saying, of the previous Big Mouth saying that he's handing over the title. And then it's later revealed that Sun-tae goes and says, the Park Chang-ho's friend, I was the one that filmed it. So to verify the validity of that, passing on the title. So everybody is shocked, and the warden is like, okay, I'll submit for now. And then Park Chang-ho and Sun-tae, they basically have a chat in which Park Chang-ho goes and says, how long have you guys been using me? And then Sun-tae goes and reveals and says, tells Park Chang-ho, your decision to take up the mayor's offer and what we're doing as an organization were two completely separate things. The only thing I'm guilty of is trying to save my friend. So Park Chang-ho's like, Jesus Christ. And he's like, what do I do now? And then he tells Sun-tae, obviously, I don't want to take this title. I don't want to be Big Mouth. Sun-tae goes and says, you can't refuse now. If not, they'll kill you off. So in that moment, as a viewer, I'm like, oh, Park Chang-ho is in a bigger hole than before. Much more bigger than anything. So Sun-tae goes and tells Park Chang-ho, I'll give you a day to think about it, and then I'll meet you at the beach. So they do that. Park Chang-ho tells Sun-tae, don't tell anything to Miho, because of course, poor Miho. We'll get on to Miho in a bit. So after some thinking and some conversations with Miho in different ways, realizes that he can use the organization to bring down all the corrupt. And we find out that the mayor is gonna be the big bad of this, because he's the one that drugged Park Chang-ho, he's the one that framed Park Chang-ho, and he has other malicious intentions against the chairman. So he gets to the next day and Park Chang-ho tells Sun-tae, I'll be Big Mouth until I take down everybody. And Sun-tae tells him, this could be a never-ending fight. And I don't remember what Park Chang-ho's response was, but from then on, Sun-tae tells Park Chang-ho, you have to convince everybody else that you're taking out the position and that nobody can go and bump you off, because of course in this kind of mafia type thing, everybody's vying for being top dog. So let's get on to poor Miho. Despite everything, she's going to carry on with Park Chang-ho. I think she kind of knows a little bit. And then we find out that the hospital in which the chairman's granddaughter or something is, and also the wife of the mayor, that they're experimenting on prisoners from the prison of this chemical called NF, whatever, this chemical, and it's causing the prisoners to develop leukemia. So Miho needs to stay alive, because I know at the end of episode 14 she's displaying symptoms of having leukemia, and we're like, no. So the gist of episode 13 to 14 is Park Chang-ho establishing himself as Big Mouth, in which he goes, when he finds out that the warden is going to set up his own group, he tells Sun-tae to go and kidnap the warden, and they beat him up, and like, bloody hell. Sun-tae, oh my god, this guy, he's dangerous. He has the eyes of a snake. He's like, this guy is truly, truly dangerous, I would think. I don't know how Big Mouth is going to end. I don't know if there'll be a season 2. Ultimately, to finish everything off, Park Chang-ho has to dismantle everything, even the organization, the whole thing from top to bottom. But then again, as organizations fall, some will arise. Corruption is never ending. It's never ending. Okay, this is the end of the video. I wanted this to be more of a sit down, just expressing, the big revelations of this series. This series is really good. It's keeping you, there's like so much twists and turns and everything. And also quickly about the mayor, we find out that he stole the identity of another little boy that he was working with, and that he was the grandson of the other guy that helped the chairman rise up the organization, and apparently the chairman went and murdered this guy's grandfather. I can understand that, but this mayor, I think he has more malicious intents, because this actor certainly switched to complete psycho in the last couple of episodes. And the other kind of funny character is Kim Ji-hyun, the guy that hates the chairman and everybody else. This guy cracks me up. He just says his most funny one-liners. You kind of love to hate him type of thing. Okay, so this is the end of the video. So if you made it to the end, big thank you. And to any new viewers, I really appreciate it if you can hit the subscribe button, share, like. Let's keep this channel growing, and let's keep up the ante. And I'll see you. Bye.